Hi, so you're going camping with your son, who's a little younger, and as you're in the tent, you know in the middle of the night, either you or he are going to have a pee. Now, you can traipse off and do all sorts of things, but if you're in an organized campground where they don't just have people peeing willy-nilly, then that means you've got to traipse off, find your way to some type of latrine, some type of bathroom, and it can be both a giant hassle and a big risk as far as clothing or other inconveniences. So here's a tip on how to do things a little bit easier and maybe even a little smarter. I'll start with a confession. I love seeds. I love nuts, seeds, all sorts of things like that. So I tend to buy in these bulk containers. One of the advantages of these bulk containers is that you can actually use them afterwards and store lots of things. I'll show you a picture. Here is my workshop, and we have a lot of these containers. So obviously I've got quite a collection going. The reason we like this big open, wide mouth at the top is the fact that it's actually quite easy to aim. When you're trying to pee in a cup or when you're trying to pee in a milk container, as you can see over there, your chances of missing are pretty good, especially when you're barely awake in the middle of the night or when you're small and maybe don't have the kind of aim and control that you develop over time. So what we're going to do is use one of these. The problem is the wide mouth at the top also makes it easy for it to spill. It's not as though it's hermetically sealed in there. So we need a little bit of help in the form of wood pellets. Now, a lot of the wood pellets you can use, and they're fairly inexpensive, are the pellets for pellet stoves. Compressed pellets have a tremendous amount of water absorption ability. Now, in this case, because it's summertime, of course, I couldn't find a shop that had them in, these are bedding pellets. Bedding pellets are for different types of animals. They're very, very similar in construction and will work a treat because these actually are meant to absorb the pee of animals for bedding. So they do exactly what we need to. I got them from Tractor Supply, our local Tractor Supply store. Thanks a lot. Thanks, guys. Concept. We've got our container. We've got our wood pellets in a Ziploc bag or some type of sealing bag. Just keeps them fresh. They've got a smell to them. You want to keep them dry. And our simulated wee. There we go. Reach in from the side. Just put a handful of these in here. I'm just going to line the bottom, so I'm actually going to put more than just a handful, but there we go. Got a nice, strong, cedary pine smell to it. And again, you have your wee. Now, at first, you see that it's just doing its job. It's just sitting there. But if we time-lapse it a little bit, I'll put the lid back on because that's what I would have done in the tent. And we'll leave it for just a moment. I sped that up slightly, but you'll get the flavor. Most of it's already been absorbed, and if you leave it there for another couple moments, then you'll find that it's basically a solid. Again, it could be reused, it could be topped up, we could add more to it over time, but certainly one of these would be enough to get you through the night with two people, assuming you don't have any issues with your bladder or the like. It's a really good solution because it means that you're less likely to spill things, you're less likely to have additional accidents, and it makes life a little bit easier, particularly when it's cold or when you're around a lot of other people. So I hope that helps. Enjoy camping, enjoy the outdoors, enjoy your family, and have a fantastic day. Thanks.